It's already 9:35. I just want you,
You are listening to Rhythm 94.7.
Yes. Yes. Good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday from the nation's capital, the Federal Capital Territory, of course, and it's Rhythm 94.7 FM Abuja. And you are on to Women Voices with Atinuke Nukay and
Zahra Abdul Kabir. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we'll just go straight to the points because we do not really have much time on our hands. We're talking surrogacy. I'm sure a lot of people would have been hearing about surrogacy and there are some of these things that you just hear, but you would not even really want to research. You would not want to do anything. You just leave it like that, probably from word of mouth or what you probably term it to be, or you've seen it in the movies. You don't just want surrogacy. But what is surrogacy? Okay, and who practices the surrogacy? We're not talking about surrogacy in Nigeria and the challenges, but before we go into that, we need to know what surrogacy is. Surrogate mothers, especially people who practice surrogacy, that's both the client in quote and of course the person who does the surrogate mothers, are impregnated through the use of in vitro fertilization, that is IVF. In this process, doctors create an embryo by fertilizing the eggs from the intended mother or an egg donor with the sperm from the intended father or a sperm donor. So at the end of the day, they'll get a woman to carry it to full term. So there are reasons people opt for this surrogacy. Before we start to condemn them, there are people, they probably have tried everything in the book. They've tried to get pregnant. They've tried to, do everything to make sure that they have their own baby, but they cannot, So reasons, let's go to the reasons first. So before we now go to the challenges, the reasons from infertility to, age, there are people who have come of age and they cannot carry the pregnancy, and so Zara will give us some other reasons. Let me not overwhelm all these reasons. There are other reasons that people practice surrogacy, so I just wish you complete the reasons, other reasons apart from infertility, apart from age, apart from medical conditions. The other reasons,
I think that's primarily it. And then there is also the issue of, there are some persons that they can't really carry a pregnancy for the full term.
Yes.
After the first trimester, it becomes problematic for them, and then maybe because of their body make or their biological makeup anyway, and then they'll just lose to pregnancy. Then they might actually be traumatized, maybe suffering from, they call it PTSD, right?
Yes.
So they might be suffering from such, and all of these things, they have psychological repercussions, psychological effect on pregnancy, or rather pregnancy works with not just your body, your psychology, and your emotions sometimes.
Yes, the mental wellness, everything.
So that's primarily it, just your biological making, your emotional state, and then your age, of course.
Okay, all right. So with many other things, some people out of desperation, they may be single, they are not getting a partner on time. I know you would want to judge, go and marry. Is it not when when both you see somebody you agree with that you would decide to spend the rest of your lives together, and when this person is just single for a very long time and the person needs a child, can opt for surrogacy and all of that. So, but while it is important that we note that people are practicing this in Nigeria, actively practicing it in Nigeria, it is also important to note that there is no legal framework. So that's actually why there are challenges. So these are the challenges we'd want to look at today on Women Voices. There are a whole lot of challenges. The number one challenge that I used to ask is trust. Here in Nigeria, for example, you contact a surrogate mother. I'm not sure there is a framework, like I said, like a legal framework. So you're telling this woman, please carry my baby for me, and at the end of the day, okay, so at the end of the day, you carry this baby, and then you people agree to a certain price and certain arrangement and all of that, and at the end, she's probably coming up and say she's not interested anymore, that it's a baby, or she's coming for another payment and say that you should pay and all of that. So those are the challenges. Those are part of the challenges that we would be looking at, today. And then there is another one, exploitation, where people exploit mothers who are into surrogacy. I've had a situation where I went to, was it a salon? I know that it was a women gathering that I was getting a service rendered. And then I asked about the lady who was she selling on this? I know the lady was there before, and I asked about the lady. I said, where is this lady now? They say, she don't go carry belle for person. I said, carry belle for person. That I didn't really, and I said, that she gets pregnant for people for payment. I was not like, really? People really do that business. It was a rural setting. I said, I hope they pay her well. You say, at that time, was it 900K that they said that they were paying her? That's 100K per month. I was not like, hey, I really wanted to see her. I wanted to talk to her, but in my mind, I was not like, this thing, I really didn't. I was just asking myself a whole lot of questions while the hair making was ongoing. Like, I hope they are not exploiting this girl. I hope there will be due agreement. I hope. So after some thought again, I still ask. I said, how long has she been doing? You say, she dey get customers. So even me say, if no be say I won't marry her now. This I for even think that she dey make money. So. Those are part of the challenges, exploitation and all of that. So I'd want us to, go through these challenges and see how it can be, militated, or it can be one way or the other controlled. I don't know if you have any take.
Well, from my own perspective, I'm not even really a fan of surrogacy.
Okay.
Because looking at it from intellectual makeup of the child, I feel like the child has to bond intellectually with the mother.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, there is this thing African men do that they always say they want to marry an intelligent woman because of their children. And that's because during the pregnancy stage, the child takes his or her intellect from the mother. Now, you don't even know the history of this person that's acting as a surrogate mom, and then you, just because she's willing and ready to do it, you ask the person to go ahead and take your child.
Yes.
Thereby, your child is going to have a lot of the intellectual capability of that person outside that of your wife and yourself. So on that note, I'm not very, very, very much in line with that. But on the other hand, there are reasons people opt for things, actually. And let's assume I'm agreeing with it. So, of course, speaking on the side of the surrogate mom being exploited, I think nobody is confining you to do it. It's a thing of proper bargain. It's your bargaining power. So if the person has the capability to afford you, fine. If the person does not have the capability to afford you, since there is no law to it anyway, that it must be so amount, it must be this, it's just a thing of choice. So if the person is able to afford whatever price you are giving, fine. If the person is not able to afford, you look for the next client. On to the next.
Fine. Okay, let's go through. You were talking about intellect and everything. I have heard that very well. That some men opt to marry an intelligent woman because they say, I don't know if it's a myth that the child's brain, probably forms from the woman, or the child takes after the woman, or all of that. You know, I took after my dad. Yes, I took 70% of him and I took 30% of my mom. I was in the, yeah, so I mixed the two. Okay, anyway, that's aside. So, you know, so now this takes me down to stigmatization of surrogate mothers, and even the I don't want to call it client. That's the person in question who, you know,
mom.
yes, who is even opting for surrogate. Yes,
like the way they dragged Iniedo.
Exactly, Iniedo and somebody, was it Funke Akindele also?
No, I think Funke Akindele was being up for surrogacy.
Are you sure?
I'm not 100% sure.
Are you sure? I think I heard a story or all of that. You know, where they stigmatize. You see, I think that stigma comes from women. Yes, most of the stigma. I am not being judgmental, but if you go to the comment section, you see that the men really usually do not care like that. But most of the stigmas, I'll mention stigmas that come more from women than men. There are 3 of them. You know, this male child and this female child thing. It is the woman that will first say, in fact, it's the woman that will first say, now wow, she born girl. I think most men are not bothered.
And the one that wants to be nice to be like, hey, yeah, God will give you boy.
God will give you boy.
It as
you understand?
It's a very horrible thing
yes.
not to have a male child.
Exactly. There are plenty of stigmas that women used to form around themselves. So I've known women who will say, oh, it's only women I give birth to, it's only girls and everything. And the man was like, I am okay, that I love these girls and all of that. And she's still bothered in her mind. And she still puts it in other women that, yeah, at least when you go born boy now, you go, your feet go stand. You go use 2 legs stand for house. That is another stigma on its own. There's another stigma also. Yeah, he never come up for hospital. Now CS have been a normal
and that one annoys me. What's abnormal about CS?
Yes, you know.
It's like so CS have normal.
So because of that stigma, a lot of women, you need to probably opt for CS cesarean because that is actually what suits you at that time.
And some people even just don't want to go through the pain.
They don't want to go through the pain. Yeah,
please,
this is what I want, you know, so that I can just get through it and all of that. But you just hear this whisper and say, they never discharge and be like saying, CS. Now, wow. Hi, you understand my point? So I think it is mostly on women who
or when they are delivering a message that someone gave birth, instead of just saying, this person put to bed so deal. This person put to bed yesterday. Not through CS.
Not through yes,
never
destroyed them. Not through CS. Another stigma is how many children she born? Only 2. Hey, now wow. Hey, only 2. Hey, you understand? So. Because of that stigma, all right, we'll pick this call and continue. Hello? I think you should handle this. Hello?
Hello, good morning. Yes, I can hear you. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Please turn down the volume of your radio. Okay, we lost that call.
Okay, so I just hope you call back. I think the network has been somehow. All right, okay, so the numbers to call 0901 094 7777. That's 7 in 4 places.
Oh, that has still 081 78000 947.
Yes,
that is 081 78000 947.
Yes, you can also send a WhatsApp message on that number that she called 0817 8000 947 or call 0901 094 7777. For the WhatsApp, you could either call or just send a message. You know, so the stigma alone. I've had a situation where somebody was insulting a woman in my very presence. It's not as if they say, she. Okay.
Hello, good morning. Anyway,
what happened? Okay, you know, in my very before, she bought the children. She bought. I said, but how? I was really curious. I said, but. I said, no, she paid somebody to get pregnant for her. You know all these rich men, how they used to do now.
This one like born picking.
Yeah, you know. Okay, so you pick the call.
Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Help us with the volume of your radio set. Your name is who? Yes, your name is who? I think the
His name is
network
what?
on our favor. I can't even hear him. We didn't get your name.
New Caro. Is it okay, Patrick?
Patrick, yes. Please go ahead. You say you are doing a number.
That's what I do for a living
But
now.
I'm about headquarters.
That's what I do for a living. That's what I get paid for now. Hey. Yes.
Thank you very much for your contribution, Patrick.
Okay.
Also, I think one of the things is parental bonding. You get?
Yes.
The way you bond with a child that you carried in your own womb, for example, and even the father being in the picture to, take care of you along the line, and maybe you are lucky enough he's even there with you in the labor room and stuff, is different. I'm just speaking from my perspective.
I understand.
It's different from, it's just like going to take a child from your sister and your own child. Fine, you might love the child, shower the child with love, but that bond, that readiness to die for this child, that this is my child, I'm ready to die come what may, I don't think you'd have it the 100% extent you're supposed to have it for your own child that you carried by yourself, and compared to when it's been you're helped let me put it that way, to carry that child. I think there will be a little bit of a barrier in bonding with that child. And like Patrick mentioned, it's still very possible that the mother may come one time and come and say, hey, I want my child.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, the trust issues. That's
because he already has that bond with that child now. So it's a natural thing. She already has a bond with that child. No matter how he feels, well, you've paid me, I've eaten the money, she can still come and lay claims. Even if she doesn't come to lay claims to you, she can just go by the way and meet the child and be like, now me born you, what did they talk? And the thing will work in a way that the child may begin to have trust issues, like, oh, why didn't you tell me this from beginning? And well, there are some children that will also not even mind, especially if they have adequate love from the parents.
Inciting there, but that the thing that has to do with this is because most of them opt for it because of lack of choice, lack of option. It is most people who opt for surrogacy opt for it because they have had it up to here, that they've tried every means. I hope we're going to bring an expert soon, to help us, really tell about this topic. But another thing is a lot of single people who do not have problem, that they don't have any medical problem whatsoever, they don't have any problem whatsoever, they also opt for surrogacy.
What's the case of Iniedo? I think according
Yes.
to what people say, they said it's because she said she wanted to keep her body shape.
Okay.
So she didn't want to tamper with how she was, and she believed pregnancy was going to alter her shape, and she doesn't want that. So that's why she opted for.
Yes, for people who opt for it as per single, what's your own take? Not being judgmental now, but like I really do not want to go through this, I don't want to go through that, and I just think let me opt for surrogacy. there are a lot of single people opting for that now. In fact, we're going to talk about freezing of eggs, but that will be another day. That's a topic for another day, where women have started freezing their eggs. Yes.
Then single people are opting for surrogacy also. Let's take religious implication out of it.
Exactly.
But sometimes, you can't tell what your future holds. You might have this plan at a certain age, I want to be married and have this and have that. And you see that you've gone beyond that age and it's not happening. And, women have a time limit, especially for childbearing. So she might decide that, well, since marriage is not forthcoming, let me just have my children and move on with life. So they may, in such situation, decide to opt for such option, or not in this case, not necessarily surrogacy anyway. They may just choose to look for a donor, a responsible donor, maybe tested and trusted mentally, to just give them what they want, not necessarily allowing the child, the man into the life of the child. In fact, there are cases where she wouldn't even know who the donor is. In fact, there are men, that's business they do as well. You just go and donate and get paid and move on with life. So in the case of single ladies, that's one reason they may actually go for such options.
Okay. But you are not really, you're not saying they're doing right, they're doing wrong, it's their business, right?
Who am I to say they are doing right or wrong? Whatever works for you.
What about the religious implication? We've not even spoken about this. When I tried to, check if there are religious implication on the Christian aspect, I didn't see anything particular. They say, although the Bible did not say anything specific or anything like that, but I don't know if
I try always as much as possible to avoid anything religious or political.
Yes.
People have several views.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't want to say things that it will seem wrong. But if I'm to explain from my little understanding of my religious belief, I think it's a sin. Because it's more or less you altering the will of God. Everybody is not the same. All fingers are not equal, as they say. As God has created some persons, He has created them to be mother of a lot of persons or a lot of children. He decides to create some persons barren, and then you are now telling God, you've done your own, I can do my own. Like, you've done your part, you've done your best, that's the best you could do, so I can do my own best too. Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Stephen from Maraba.
Stephen from Maraba, you're welcome.
Oh my God, the network is
Say your student.
Hello. Please try to call us back.
Sorry about that, Stephen from Maraba. Please, you can try again. The network this morning wants to be funny. Okay, so yeah, but for me, I really do not think seeking alternative is really that bad. It is not that bad for me. It's just like okay,
I think
he's calling back.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Yes, we know.
okay, yeah, Zara would do we're talking about surrogacy. Please, could you just
We're
tell
talking
him?
about surrogacy and the challenges, both for the client and the client and the sorry, how do I even put
You
this?
see what I'm calling
Both
the client?
both for the person, for the surrogate mother and the person that asked for the service of the surrogate mother. So the challenges they face.
Okay, yeah, just put it in layman's term.
Okay. Like now,
Women who carry pregnancy
women
for
who
other women.
carry
Yes.
pregnancy on behalf of another woman
Yes.
for several reasons. So, are the challenges faced by that with that action? If we talk about spiritual challenges, psychological
Stigma
attached to it,
trust
society,
issues,
and all of that.
exploitation, and all of that. Okay, so Stephen that is just joining the class, thank you so very much. A whole lot of times we do not really have enough time to flog the issue.
Yes.
And then don't worry, we're going to bring an expert. The expert that we're supposed to bring this morning gave us an excuse at the last minute. That's actually why you see that we are trying as much as possible to
rack our brains.
To
be
give
the
you,
expert.
yes, exactly. Just to make sure that we still give you something. We put something on the table.
In any case, I think we should make further research on this religious
Yes,
aspect,
exactly.
especially for you. In my own case, I would tell you that I'm 50% to 60% sure that my religion is against it. So, but then I'll make inquiries anyway.
I'll try to. We probably will bring an expert that would, talk about all the questions that we need, because I have a whole lot of questions bugging me like this that we'll just throw on that expert. So this is where we'll call it a wrap. So you could just go through the contributors and give credit to the contributors. Then we would just wrap up the show for the day.
Okay, contributors for today, Patrick from Nukay, Wale Oguntokun from Lagos, even though we didn't get to read his message.
Oh, no, let's just read his message. I am sorry. Let's read his message. Wale Oguntokun from Lagos says, I am not really a fan of child surrogacy. Both of you entered the same boat this morning. Interesting topic, especially in the Nigerian setting. There are many issues ranging from blackmail to renegading on agreements, and the man abandoning his partner and outrightly marrying the pregnant. Oh,
he is from Lagos,
really?
So a lot of things happen in Lagos. So
boy, pregnancy carrier. It works
information.
fine abroad, though. I prefer adoption if there were issues with carrying pregnancy for any reason. Really? We didn't even think about that.
I think in line with him.
Oh dear. So
Anto Uch. I don't know.
Yes, that's the name. Anto Uch.
And then
she's also watching.
Stephen from Maraba.
Yes, you said it's Anthony Uche. That's very, it's when you said Anthony Uche that I'm just getting to think about it.
Trying to make sense.
It's probably Anto Uche. Thanks for.
Except it's not a Nigerian name. It doesn't sound Nigerian.
Okay. All right. Thank you all, and
for your contribution.
Yes, and thank you, Anita, for submitting this topic. Anita submitted the topic, and we have a whole lot of topics that people submitted and wants us to talk about.
I saw on your status yesterday that you have enough topics for 700 years.
Yes, my meme partner, come give me 5. They are very ungrateful.
The meme lords.
They are very, very ungrateful. But we'll just continue that service to humanity.
Do you get? I want to.
Oh, we do. All right, okay. So this is where we call it a wrap on Women Voices. So join us same time next week, where we're making way for Mav and Mon. Yes, you would not want to miss it. If you miss Women Voices, you don't want to miss this next episode. So this is where we call it a wrap. I am Atinuke, and of course,
Zahra Abikarir.
All right.
See you next Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you.
See, follow the person.
Yeah, so